Jim Schwartz talked about going against two rookie offensive linemen starting for the Cowboys.
We like our matchups usually on the offensive line, and anytime we get a chance to play rookies. Now, I'd say this, Tony. Both of those guys looked really good in the preseason, right? But first game, we can present some tough matchups. We talked about C.D. Lamb presenting tough matchups. Well, we got guys that can do that too, and I'm sure they'll have plans for it. Just like we said, it's not going to be. It's very rarely going to be one person with no help. I'm sure they'll take the same approach, whether it's with their center or with their left tackle, and you'll see a lot of different alignments, a lot of different matchups from us along the way, which is sort of normal for us.
Jewish, we've alluded to it. They cannot let the Cowboys run the football, and they got to win those battles up front. They win that. They do that. They're well on their way to beating them. When you look at this, what do you think? How do you think this one ends up?
Well, it starts with the run. They got some old guys back there, Zeke, and his name escapes me at this point.
Dalvin
Play
Cook
for Florida.
Dalvin
Cook, yeah. Dalvin Cook, that's a great backfield like 8 years ago. That'd be great, man. They'd be dominant, but it is 2024, and I don't think that they're going to be able to run the football as effectively. I know they want to throw the balls. C.D. Lamb is a guy that has the most targets in the league. He looks like he's going to be back in shape, ready to go with his contract dispute or whatever the case may be. But it's going to come down to this. Can they block Myles Garrett? Can the Browns get some other pressure from somewhere else, right? And if they can do that, and get the turnovers. It's a game. This is a game where I think we'll know if the Browns turn the corner. And what I mean by turn the corner is, I look at great teams and I look at them and say, year after year after year, if you see that you're on the schedule and you're on the road and you're playing there, we automatically look at it as an uphill battle. For years in this division, it was the same way we looked at Baltimore and Pittsburgh. You're like, starting the season at Baltimore, starting to pick, guys, last game of the season at Pittsburgh. Like those games were brutal. It didn't matter, what the names were. The names were different. The results were the same. I think that the Browns will show that they're a great defense, and if they can do it this year, then they're signifying that this is just not a fluke, right? We did this to great teams last year. The 49ers game, a lot of people think that was a mirage. They look at that game and say, wow, the 49ers, it was more about the 49ers rather than what the Browns were able to do. If they can come in on the game of the week, shut them down on defense and be able to put up enough points and for Deshaun Watson to look like he's proficient as a quarterback, I think the Cleveland Browns will announce to the world, hey, this is going to be a very interesting year because these guys are good.